speaker is Ryan Fleming, also known as Frank to many of his classmates. He was an energetic and enthusiastic member of the class of 2010 in the Twin Cities. His hometown is Madison, Wisconsin, where he completed his pre-pharmacy coursework as a Badger, and during his time as a Gopher, which we much prefer, at the College of Pharmacy, he was actively involved in MPSA and volunteered at the Phillips Neighborhood Clinic. In his free time, he enjoys playing competitive tennis, soccer, and basketball. Upon graduation, Ryan will return to his home state of Wisconsin to complete a PGY1 first-year residency at Froedtert Hospital in Milwaukee. Please join me in welcoming Ryan Fleming.
Good afternoon. Before I begin, Duluth students, can you guys hear me okay? Alright, good. There are a lot of people here today. I'm actually kind of nervous. I probably should have taken that beta blocker before I started, but go on. Let me first say that I'm honored to be speaking in front of everyone today. I've thought long and hard about what a good graduation speech should consist of. I even did some research. I used Google, not PubMed. I found that a good graduation speech should consist of humor, eloquence, and brevity. After looking up the definition of brevity, I decided I'm not good enough with words to write an eloquent speech. I decided to put together something a little different. So here it goes. Hi, my name is Ryan Patrick Fleming. I would appreciate your applause after everything I say. Wow, I never thought we'd finally make it here. The graduating class of 2010. I would like to thank our parents, families, and friends. And of course, the faculty and staff. But before we graduate and go on to become leaders in pharmacy, let's reflect on the past 4 years. The University of Minnesota College of Pharmacy. There were the best of times, there were the worst of times. And half the times, we were staring at a computer to catch up on lectures. We've been together for 4 years now, and it's hard not to form close ties with each other. After 4 years, everyone becomes more or less family. We've had some memorable times together. I will never forget first year, beginning with the white coat ceremony that marked our transition from preclinical studies to clinical health sciences, as we read back the oath of a pharmacist. We were introduced to the pharmaceutical care process when Dr. Strand, Sapoli, and Iceman thought we were qualified enough to perform a pharmaceutical workup on a complete stranger. Say what? The only drugs I knew were Tylenol and Adderall. I will never forget late night study sessions, which turned into early morning study sessions, which turned into no studying at all. I will never forget the research papers we wrote, the tests we took, or the tuition we paid. We've been through a lot together. It's hard to believe. And look where it got us, sitting around with a bunch of funny hats on. You all look so cute. I think Winston Churchill would best describe it. Never have so many known so little about so much. Well, we're big kids now. We're ready to face the world. When I look around, I see adults. That's because there happens to be a lot of parents here today. No, we're more than adults. We're professionals. What can I say to you that you don't know already? You're graduating from one of the finest pharmacy schools in the nation, and you're prepared to tackle anything. What you really have to do is try to get a job. Yes, try hard to get a job. And use this knowledge that you've gained to play the role that you feel is right for you. Make yourself happy. You have to use what you've learned, show what you've acquired. You have to go out into the world as members of the class of 2010, which was the best class they've ever had at this place. There never was a class like ours, and there never will be. If you guys know what I know you can do, if you guys do what I know you can do, then we are going to take over the world. Nothing, nobody can stop us. We will spread our genes everywhere. Many of you have already started. Everybody will be like us. That's an intriguing thought, isn't it? It's beautiful. We are the future. Some of you may be thinking that I've been taking this speech a bit lately, and you're probably right. But I deliberately chose to make it that way, because I really am going to miss you guys. After this is over, I'm going back home to do the actual crying. But we mustn't forget this is a happy time as well. We'll look back and say, remember those days we went to Sally's after class? Some of us will say, not really. Remember our third-year classes we had together, like pharmacokinetics? Again, not really. Remember our professors, our advisors, our TAs? Remember the free lunches, often eating so much you couldn't possibly hold in another bite. But then you realize it's all good, because pharmacy school is all about regurgitation. Remember Pharmacy Day, the MPSA auction. Remember the Mexico trip to Playa del Carmen. Let us celebrate this all today. Cry later. So when friends and family ask me, would you do it all again? The answer is really quite obvious. Absolutely not. But allow me to qualify that. I wouldn't do it twice, but I would not do it once. You see, the experiences I've had in pharmacy school, the way that I've grown as a person, and the friends I've made, I wouldn't trade them for anything in the world. Thank you.
Please join me in welcoming alumna, outstanding leader, and I'm proud to say my friend, Lucinda May, to the podium. Thank you so much. Let me start by saying Ryan and I need to engage you as my speechwriter.